The bodies of 8 backcountry skiers are found, and the search continues tonight for another skier who is presumed dead. Good evening. Thank you for joining us on To The Point. I'm Becca Habiger. Our team coverage continues on yesterday's deadly avalanche in the Sierra. It's the deadliest in more than 40 years. Nevada and Placer County authorities gave an update this morning on the search and rescue recovery efforts in the mountains near Castle Peak. 6 of the skiers were rescued yesterday. 2 of those were taken to the hospital. They are expected to survive. The group of 15 skiers altogether consisted of 9 women and 6 men ages 30 to 55. They were all part of a backcountry tour group in the process of returning to the trailhead at the end of a 3-day trip when the avalanche occurred. Today, the Nevada County Sheriff's Office was questioned about how to prevent disasters like this from happening.
Those are the decisions that the guide company clearly had made. We're still in conversation with them on the decision factors that they made, but definitely a heed for everyone. You know, the backcountry it's beautiful. There's not a lot of people out there, and that's where a lot of people like to recreate. Mother Nature does not seem to it doesn't seem to matter, right? No matter how prepared you are, no matter how experienced you are.
Governor Gavin Newsom is sending his condolences, saying in a statement, quote, "Our hearts are with the victims and their families of this horrific tragedy." Local and state officials quickly mobilized a robust search and rescue mission with nearly 100 first responders working in daunting conditions throughout the night to search for these missing backcountry skiers. We mourn this profound loss. And according to the Nevada County Sheriff, yesterday's avalanche is the deadliest skiing avalanche in modern U.S. history. The death toll is more than the 1982 Alpine Meadows avalanche, where 7 people died. One person, Anna Conrad, survived after she was buried for 5 days. The deadliest reported avalanche since the recreational era began in 1950 was when 11 climbers were killed on Mount Rainier in 1981. Our team coverage tonight takes us to Truckee, a little more than 20 miles from where yesterday's avalanche struck. Tonight, reporter Justin Michaels shares how the impact is being felt across the small Sierra town.
Snow continuing to fall here in Truckee, California. As much as 3 feet has fallen since Sunday, potentially another foot to come by the end of the week, and even more than that at higher elevation. This as the search continues for the person who is missing and, of course, the recovery of the 8 souls who were lost in the avalanche that happened yesterday morning. This is a very, very somber town right now. Remember, these high Sierra towns are very small. They're very tight-knit. Everybody knows everybody else. You know families, know you friends. They're all part of the same friend groups. And we know right now, different faith leaders from churches all around the High Sierra are coming together to create a service of memorial to those who were lost there in the avalanche. Of course, there was an avalanche warning at the time. There are still avalanche warnings in effect up there at higher elevation, making it very difficult to recover the bodies of those lost and, of course, find the one person who is still missing. In Truckee, California, Justin Michaels, The Weather Channel.
Tonight, as officials are urging people to stay home and avoid the storm, the Sierra Avalanche Center is closely monitoring conditions in the backcountry. ABC 10's Jeannie Nguyen joins us in studio with advice from the center's executive director.
Well, Becca, the main message here is to not head out to the backcountry right now, but there are some resources available to better prepare people if they plan on facing these conditions. Now, here is some new video tonight showing the conditions in the Truckee area. The Sierra Avalanche Center is a nonprofit organization that works in partnership with the U.S. Forest Service to provide avalanche forecasts and education for safe winter backcountry travel. The center covers about 1,500 square miles of the Central Sierra Nevada mountains in California and Nevada. With storms conditions continuing, the center says the potential for another avalanche is high. They want people to check the forecast ahead of time.
Before people head into the backcountry, they should check the Sierra Avalanche Center forecast and know what the avalanche danger rating is, and also what the specific avalanche problems are for that day, and be on the lookout for the signs appropriate to each avalanche problem.
Law enforcement officials say the victims and survivors of this avalanche were part of a tour group with the company Blackbird Mountain Guides. The company said they would provide an updated statement after the briefing with officials this morning, but have yet to do so. Now, the last statement from Blackbird Mountain Guides was released last night, saying in part the leadership team is working in full coordination with the Nevada County Sheriff's Office and Nevada County Search and Rescue to support the ongoing rescue operation. Now, the Sierra Avalanche Center says they have staff in the field right now making snow observations. We have more information on their resources on abc10.com. Becca.
Ginny, thank you so much. Well, the weather impact alert continues across the region, so let's check in now with meteorologist Brendan Minchef for a look at the current snow conditions.
Yeah, and the avalanche danger is still there. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. The avalanche warning is still in effect for the Tahoe region. Now remember, this is for the backcountry. Ski resorts do their own avalanche control and mitigation, so this doesn't apply to somewhere like Palisades, Tahoe. This applies for off-ski resort travel. And as we look at that avalanche danger, it's high at all elevations, below the tree line, near the tree line, and above the tree line. This is from the Sierra Avalanche Center. Their forecast for tomorrow is high at all elevations, and a large part of this is because we didn't have much snow for a very long stretch, so it created very kind of sugary snow, not very sticky. It became very fine, and then you add all this fluffy snow right on top of it, and with the winds that we've had, that leads to that higher avalanche danger because it's so much easier for that snow to slide. We still have some snow ongoing across the high country right now, rain in the valley, and this is not the end of the storms because although this one wraps up tomorrow, we've got another one on the way Sunday. We'll talk more about that later in the show.
Brendan, thank you. Tonight, we continue to track those chances for lower elevation snow. ABC 10's Garjpal Sangha joins us live from Camino, right around 3,000 feet. Garjpal, when did you start seeing snow coming up the hill?
Yeah, Becca, it was between Placerville and Camino. Obviously, Placerville is around 1,900 feet. Camino is around 3,000 feet. So what a difference rain in Placerville and snow in Camino can make. And right now, this snowfall started falling about an hour ago. But let's go and show you video that we recorded earlier today. And the town of Camino was digging themselves out because of all the snow that they've received yesterday. And with this winter storm moving in tonight into tomorrow, it could bring something we don't usually see. Snow levels dropping around 1,000 feet. But along with the postcard views comes real concerns. Power outages are already being reported in communities like Camino and Pollock Pines, so mountain travel is strongly discouraged. But back at her live even looks absolutely beautiful out here. Officials are asking people to wait until this storm is over before coming up here because if there's any accidents, they're going to have to take all that limited resources that they do have instead of giving it to the residents here. Instead, take care of whatever incident that happens here. But that is their warning. But we're live here in Camino. Garjpal Sangha, ABC 10.
Great warnings, Garjpal. Thank you so much. We'll have more at 11. For more updates on the latest weather conditions where you live during this weather impact alert, be sure to download the free ABC 10 TV streaming app.